Hello, and welcome to Pwnery's Kicking It Old School, Season 5, Episode 28. And yes, we're back with Uninvited. I cheated you guys out of a death. If I had punched the dogs first, they would have killed me, and you would have died. I forgot that. Sorry. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? It looks like we're going into... What is this building, anyway? Stand in solemn awe of this abandoned house of worship. Okay, so it's a church. You feel the presence of long-dead worshippers. Man, this place is just creepy. So, let's see. I think I see some candles here. Yep. And I think I see a goblet. We'll take that. As you fill the goblet, you see the altar move to the side. Wow, you found a secret passage. Oh, okay. Well, let's go into secret passage, shall we? You really don't want to climb down there. There's a spider down there that's bigger than a bread box. Don't I have that spray for spiders? Maybe that's why it wouldn't let me throw it away. Use spray down here. Nothing happens. Maybe nothing happens. Well, let's just go down. You really don't want to climb down there. Really, that spider's bad news. Don't try to go down there. You really don't want to climb down there. This spider that's down there would rip you to shreds. Like, they're really not letting me down there. Oh, he looks cool. Well, what do you know? It's a giant spider. It crushes your tiny body in its large, powerful jaws. Yeah, that happened. So anyway, obviously, you're not supposed to do that, but, whatever. Alright. He shouted, "O Sesame," as loudly as possible. The marble bust speaks. It moans these words. Watch his face. See that? Let the door be opened for this poor strayed lamb, but he must not travel in darkness. As soon as the statue stops speaking, the door opens. So there was a door right here. Alright, so I could die again. There's a death coming, and I made this mistake once, so let's save. So he said, let us not go into darkness, right? If I went in here, it's not dark. You step into a large yard, you can see a stone maze in the distance. There's a ghost. A horrifying apparition in the shape of a classic ghost swoops down upon you like a bird of prey. The strange, amorphous creature quickly begins to rip you apart. Its shrieking face is the last thing you'll ever see. There's the other death. So... he said, do not let us walk into darkness, right? So what if I were to... yeah. I still have matches. And I would like to light the candles. When the flame is put near the candles, it starts burning. Good. So now let's try going through this door. Same description, same ghost, right? But then he goes away. The thing's offended by the flames and flies off to its supernatural home. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Yeah, boy. Let's move this way. Welcome to the maze. You wonder where you are. All you can see is stone walls. Okay, so this was a lot of trial and error for me, and I happened to have wrote myself a map, so this is the indulgence I have where I'm not going to just wander aimlessly for you. We're just going to get through the maze. And I happen to know the order. So if I examine this, it says, there are letters engraved on the stone slab. It is very hard to read them. The Pwnery gem is in the deep place. Well, that scroll earlier told us that in this place was the gem, so it should be here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay. The pendant can protect you from the undead. Probably the one from the mailbox. You know, when we committed mail fraud. Okay. Okay. If I just wandered aimlessly, it's just you're moving around rooms. That's all it really is. And eventually you would run into the undead. So if you didn't read the stones, you wouldn't know how to get rid of them. The bouncing creature loves things that fly. Right, so these are all just like lore clues. It's a tombstone. Luckily your name hasn't been carved into it. Right. A zombie stands before you. There is no doubt in your mind that this creature is undead. Right. Now there's a death here if I mess with it. But we also happen to know that the undead doesn't like this pendant, so I can just use that. A mysterious light suddenly shoots out of the pendant. The zombie is blasted right in the face! A blue nimbus engulfs the body of the zombie and with a flash disappears. So that's the easiest way, just get rid of him. You see a tombstone that has been carved quite differently than the others. Alright, let's take a look. On the tombstone are the words, "A rose is but a rose." You wonder what the message could possibly mean. Well, I just happen to have a bouquet here. Let's just be respectful for once. As a gesture of kindness, you put the bouquet at the foot of the headstone. The tombstone slides away, revealing a secret passageway. Now, from what I know here, if I kept moving around aimlessly, you would run into a giant marble coffin. And you can open it. And there's nothing inside. So if you try to jump inside it, the lid slams shut and you die. So that's another death. Anyway. Let's move through this opening. The 3 cages have been sealed within the far wall of the maze. Okay. There's a keyhole. Do I still have a key? I do. Oh, use, not take. What would you like to use this on? This. Click, the cage is unlocked. Suddenly, something jumps out of the cages. 3 animals jump out of the cages. They are confused by their freedom and their new surroundings. Aha. Okay, so there's different ways you can die here. If you take the cat, then one of the other things kills you. If you take the snake, one of the other things kills you. Stuff like that. So I happen to know that we were given a clue that says the floaty thing likes to chase flying things or something like that. So let's take the bird. Grab the hawk and put it in the cage. Suddenly, the snake attacks the cat. It is amazingly swift. Chomp. The snake's middle quickly swells up. Can I examine him? It would be extreme understatement to say that the cat is very full. No, the snake is very full. It can't even move. Cool. So I guess we're done with that. Yeah. What in the hell is this Attack of the Killer Tomatoes looking goofball? Oh. Before your eyes is the biggest, strangest creature you've ever seen. It bounces up and down. There's some kind of jewel behind it. I bet that's the gem. So, let's let the bird out. As soon as you open the cage, the bird flew off. Here he goes. The strange creature was utterly fascinated by the bird. It gave chase to eat it. Well, there you go. I'll take this. I have the jewel. Cool. So, that's all we needed in this place, and I really don't feel like walking my way back out. So thankfully, they gave us a spell. You shouted telemaze as loudly as possible. It's the entrance to the labyrinth. This magic word can probably carry you instantly from the inside of the maze to the entrance. Now I understand what it means to go from here to there, you say to yourself. So that's the other thing. If you get lost in the maze during your playthrough, you could simply just telemaze out every time and start over. That took me hours to figure out. Then I drew myself the map, which is why we did it so quickly. Alright, so let's go back here to the backyard. Right? And let's try door number 3, which is actually door number 1. Magisterium. You stand at the entrance of a large dome building. Right. Well... There's a thing above the door, and it's shaped a bit like a jewel, isn't it? Like the one we just picked up? Let's put that right there. You insert the gem in the hole, it fits perfectly. You don't say! Okay. Suddenly the gem begins sending out sparks. You get the feeling that the silver orbs have something to do with this. Voila! The door opens. Okay. Well, let's go inside. What the hell is that? As soon as you enter the room, you're shocked to discover a floating blue creature. It seems to be some sort of guardian. You hear it hiss something about food. Well, here, bro, you can have this weird fruit that apparently I can't eat it, so you have it. Suddenly, the strange creature's hungry eyes light up. It attacks the fruit and swallows it down with one gulp. Satisfied, the hideous creature belches and disappears. Okay, so he liked it. Cool. Well, that's good. There's all sorts of doors, but that was the one he was in front of, so... This looks like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. You wonder what kind of experiments were performed in here. There's a safe up here. Something is written on the safe. First the secret numbers, last the right button. Oh, well, yeah. Alright, so the scrolls gave us the clue about the periodic table thing. And I happen to have written that down. So you just have to basically put in the periodic table numbers of each element. And then you just, you did it! There we go. That was the correct combination. Okay. Let's see. Take... Looks like a jar. Jar 3. Okay, can I open it? won't open. Can I break it open? I mean, I have an axe. I wonder what's in this jar. Using all your strength, you swing the axe. With a crash, both the axe and the cookie jar shatter into pieces. Aha! You were right. There was a cookie in the jar. I has cookie. I has cookie. Is that the bird from earlier? I don't see that big red thing chasing it. Okay. It's the game room. Oh, it's that little red dude again. Remember the imp that basically made us go and do all his honeydews because there was something in his house? This is the house. That's the red imp. You think you see a somewhat cute abstract creature? Yeah, he already said that before. Well, if I remember right, I just have to feed him. So let's use cookie on this here plate. You set the cookie on the plate. And he left the key behind. Look at that. The music is awesome. The creature finally stops running. He grabs the waiting cookie and quickly runs away. I gotta use this music for something someday in a video. It's pretty cool. Yeah. In his haste, he leaves the key, which he had carried with him. Well, I'll take that. You took my cookie, I take your key. Maybe I can't take it. Okay, I have key 2. Okay, let's go back to the lab. Where's that bird again? This is a very strange looking rug. I don't think it's that. No. What's this? A heavy iron lid is set into the floor. Okay, let's open lid. It won't open, it's locked. Well, I happen to have a new key. Click, the door's unlocked. Now we can go down here, right? Ouch. With a thud, you land on the floor of this cave. You notice that there's about 5 inches of tar on the ground. So, we're entering the final part of the game, I believe. The underground cave. Right. Alright, let's move this way.
12 seconds later.
And I'm back. And I'm gonna have to buy a new headset eventually. Great. Let's go. What do you mean I can't do that? I can move here. Alright, here we go. You stand in a section of a cave that is mysteriously frozen. An acrid mist rises from the frozen sludge of the cave mouth. The misty tendrils form themselves into a robed human figure. He says, "You've come. I've been waiting for you. Please listen to me." Long ago, I dueled with my disciple Draken in this place. I can find him here in the ice, but his power was too much for me. I am now forever locked in this dimension with only the ability to project my image into this cave. I ask a favor of you, my son. Send the sleeping Draken in the ice away into the dark world. With that, the old man disappears. Right. What if I use the star on the ice? With a shout, you throw the brass star into the ice. Whoosh! The hell is that? Suddenly, a flaming apparition appears. Steam bursts from the ice as it rapidly melts. The melting ice mass creates a flow of water that rushes into the next cave. Oh, what's that? What in the world is that? The current sweeps a human figure from within the ice into the next cave. Okay. Suddenly the old man appears. Hurry! He can awake. You must eject him into the dark world. Do as I request. With that, he again disappears, so we followed him. The current suddenly pulls you under, and you are swept away. Sputtering, you stand up in the water and notice that you are in a very small cave. Okay. We're on the clock right now. Something's about to happen. There's multiple ways you can die here. You fail to see the bottom of this pit. So, the first thing you can do is go in the pit yourself. Your velocity increases as you tumble into the dark pit. The light at the top disappears as you continue your rapid descent. You continue to fall. Your quest is over. You just fall forever. So that's the first way you can die. The second way you can die... You already saw this part. I'm just going to skip through that. Yeah. Even saving didn't save me from having to replay this part. Okay, so there that goes again. Okay. So here's the second way you can die. In his dark robe, the frozen figure begins to thaw rapidly. This has to be Draken. I could try to talk to him. Draken seems to still be thawing. He's not out of consciousness yet. I could smack him. There he is. Suddenly Draken's eyes open wide. He's awake! He grabs your arm and using your weight of momentum, he sends you hurtling into the pit. Shocked, you fall helplessly into the abyss and begin your long descent into darkness. Like, I saved you, bro, and you thank me by killing me. What a dick. So, those are the two ways you can die. Alright, this time we're going to deal with this the proper way. And the way we do that is we use the body and throw his ass in the hole first. His moan echoes for quite some time, gradually fading. You know, the old man probably could have did that in that battle. Could have just froze him, threw him in there, but he failed. Because he froze the whole room. Because clearly, he has no control of his power, I guess? I don't know. Aha! You seem to have found an exit. An ancient staircase leads you straight to a door. Great. Well, knowing my luck, it's locked. Door's now unlocked. Now I can go. And where does it dump me out? Boom! The study. You enter the room, the door slams closed behind you. You hear your sister's voice crying out. Ooh, that's different. It sounds like it's coming from just above you. Suddenly, the screaming stops. Uh-oh. Okay, we gotta hurry then, huh? Alright, so here we are in the dining room. Said she was above us. You're on the second floor hallway. Yeah. Help! It's your sister's voice. The sound's closer than ever before. Your sister must be on this floor somewhere. Oh. You must be getting close. Right. No, not here. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think... this door. Yeah, no. No, it's not that way, because that's the prison. Okay, how about here? You feel very, very weak. Yeah. Okay, how about here? You're inside a bathroom. As you enter the bathroom, the door slams shut behind you. Your sister's screams are deafeningly loud in here. It's almost as if she's right on top of you. So, there's a way you can die. And the way you die is... first of all, you have to turn on the water. As you turn on the faucet, the water gushes out, right? And then if you just, you know, wait a while, like look around a bit, take a moment to check my hair, boom. The water in the bathtub begins to overflow. Right, okay. The tub begins to fill rapidly. The drain doesn't appear to be working correctly. Uh-oh. Well, we better start looking for things. This light fixture seems to have been shaped to be gripped. The water's getting really deep. Too bad you didn't bring your rubber duck. Yeah, but I got a towel. Can I use the towel? You can't use what you didn't take. Can I take the towel? Because we're going to need that. The water continues flowing, flooding the bathroom. Right. Can I reach that? It's too high. Oh no, the water continues flooding. Oh no! Bubbling, the water level rises. Your head is almost touching the ceiling. If the water level goes any higher, you're in deep trouble. So that you would die if you don't open this in time. And then you would drown, obviously. You did it! It's open! You wonder what's on the other side. Well, we're about to find out. You come out into the attic. It's your big sis. At last, you've found her. Sister Complex, I've come to save you! She seems to be ignoring you. Come on, sis, you shout at her, but she doesn't move. Dang. Let's just smack her. Like, wake up! You slap your sister. What's wrong with you? Suddenly, a horrible spirit comes out of your sister's body. Oh dear. So, there's a way to die here too. The thing begins to speak in a low rattle. This little one is far too weak for me. I need new blood and a stronger body. I need you. I will have you. You will join us now. Look at that. Your sister just loves bailing on you, doesn't she? Did you see that? She left you in the car. She left you in the attic. That bitch. In horror, your sister shakes her head, gets up and jumps out the window. Now that she's safe, it's time to deal with you. You shout at the undead nightmare. If I attack him, he just possesses me. That's all he does. What if I use the other thing from the church? Drink this, you say as you splash the water on the spirit. The hideous creature screams in pain at the touch of the water. That's right. In an instant, the menacing apparition fades into nothingness, leaving no tangible evidence of his having been there. Well, I guess we go out the window too. So this is the part where I would take the towel and wrap it around her neck and then tie it to the guardrail and push her over the side for abandoning me twice! Not just once, twice! That's pretty dark, isn't it? But then again, this video wasn't made for kids, was it? You climb through the window and out the balcony. You're surprised that the air is so mild. In fact, a warm, pleasant breeze wafts past. A bright, warm sun begins to shine through the clouds. Then you see your sister. Sis! Sis! You're okay! You shout as you hug her. Of course I am, silly, your sister replies. I just went into this house a couple of minutes ago. At least it seemed like a couple of minutes ago. I guess I fell asleep. Boy, what a nightmare I had. You hug your sister again, thanking heaven above that it's all over. Your sister is now herself again. You're aware of a sense of peace and triumph. No, I'm feeling 2 times betrayed, actually. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? She asked hesitantly. You see fear in her eyes. No, bitch. You fucking left me twice. With a smile, you reply, Of course it was, sis. It was just a real bad dream. Let's go home, you say, as you and your sister step into the warm golden glow of the summer sun. I'd like my thing better with the towel and the banister and shoving her over the side. But then again, I'm an only child. And so we end. Uninvited. Sister complex. Right. Anyway, this was Pwnery's Kickin' It Old School, Season 5, Episode 28. And if you like what you see, hit the old like button. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and maybe like and share and subscribe. You know, those 3 things. If you're a regular here, welcome back. Either way, check out my other playlists and see if my other interests may be of interest to you. I'm still on the quest for 3,000 viewing hours. I'm probably going to have to go back to doing a whole lot more recording, if I only had the time. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll let you take a really good guess what you're going to see next week. But until then, we'll see you later.